welcome to my full moon collection video that I'm doing. But before then, I'm also going to kind of give you kind of a new tour of my room. Just as you can see right here, there is a new desk with my computer and my TV hooked up and everything right next to my DVDs and everything. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, it's a pretty nice desk too. I mean, move this out of the way a little bit. You can see kind of there, it's got some nice stuff in there, and it's all kind of set up good. So anyway, moving on to the video. Now, all right, so sorry about all that. I wanted to show that off real quick. But now we're gonna move this over here. Perfect. So here we go. Here's my full moon show, collection, because this is actually full moon month for me. I do Frights of the Round Table, which is another podcast, and it's coming to a end for the season, and it'll be back in the fall. Not sure how or if it's gonna still be on the same site and everything like that, but we'll see. It's most likely going to be back on Blog Talk Radio, but just as another Frights of the Round Table 2, because that's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, here we go. We're going to talk about my Empire Pictures and Full Moon collection, and starting with the Empire Blu-rays. I'm going to start with the Blu-rays first of most of these things. So these are my Empire Blu-rays, and they're going to be in alphabetical order. So, From Beyond, which is a really, really awesome movie. If you have not seen this yet, it's a pretty cool Lovecraft story. It was probably one of the weirdest Lovecraft things. I know Reanimator is very weird, but this one is pretty strange too, and also stars the two lovely people from Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. So they starred in 3 of them together, I believe. 4 if you count the short that they did. So there's that. Then I've got Ghoulies 1 and 2, double feature. I liked Ghoulies 2 a little bit more than Ghoulies 1. Ghoulies 1 was fun, don't get me wrong. And of course there's the toilet, which is so funny because I don't think he pops out of the toilet in the second one, but they're still trying to, market that. Then there is Reanimator. Reanimator is a classic, is the kind of the best Empire movie, I think. Now there's a lot of great ones and everything. And this Blu-ray has a ton of great special features. So if you're really into special features, definitely get yourself the Reanimator. Alright, so then there's also this from Shout Factory or Scream Factory. It's Terror Vision and Video Dead. I have not seen the Video Dead yet. I know it's supposedly a really good movie. It's not Full Moon or Empire, but Terror Vision is, directed by Ted Nicolau. It's a great movie. If you have not seen this movie, see it. It is really cool. Alright, so now on to the Full Moon Blu-rays. So we're going to get into that. Starting with, and this is alphabetical order, starting with Doll Man. Doll Man was okay. It was kind of cool. It had some good parts. You can definitely tell it's a 80s movie. It has a lot of 80s kind of cliches in it, so pretty cool. Then, this is one of my favorites, Dr. Mordrid. I absolutely love this movie. It was supposed to be Doctor Strange when they had the rights to Doctor Strange, and then they ended up making Dr. Mordrid instead. And I would have loved to see the Doctor. I mean, I bet it would have been the same movie. I'm pretty sure they just changed the names of everything, and they were planning to keep it all like that. It would have been cool. It's one of those things Marvel at one point did did The Punisher and with Dolph Lundgren, and they were going to do a Spider-Man movie, which would have been interesting. Now they did a Spider-Man thing, but I'm not sure if it was a full-length movie or not. But I know they were going to do a Spider-Man movie. They were going to do a bunch of stuff for Marvel. And then and they did a Fantastic Four with Roger Corman, and that was interesting. So anyway, Dr. Mordred with Jeffrey Combs, just awesome. Head of the Family. And if you notice, it's kind of all shrink wrapped and everything. I have not opened this up yet, but I haven't opened it up because I got it sort of recently. So I've seen this movie a million times. I'm kind of looking forward to listening to actor J.W. Para, who plays the head, and it's also got like a Bride of Head promo, which was a movie that they were gonna do, sequel they were gonna do, but they ended up not doing. Lurking Fear, another Lovecraft, but this time directed by C. Courtney Joyner. Also has Jeffrey Combs. He seems to do a lot of, if you're gonna do a Lovecraft, you want to put Jeffrey Combs in it, apparently. But no, really cool, really cool. It's got even it's even got Ashley Lauren, which is like Ashley Lawrence, who you might know from, I want to say she was in, Hellraiser. So kind of cool stuff. Okay, these are not in order, so actually they are, but backwards. All right, so my next ones, Puppet Master 1. I kind of want to find there's a another version of this out there that has commentary and stuff, and I want to get that. This does not, which is kind of a bummer because it's got the documentary about the making of it, but it doesn't have the commentary, and that just like, why not do a separate commentary track? I don't understand that. Puppet Master 2, which does have a commentary and very, very good commentary. It's Charles Band talking, and even though he didn't direct this movie, I don't think he directed things until like the 6th or, I think it was either 6th or 8th Puppet Master movie. If I'm completely wrong, please correct me, because, write in the comments, let me know, because I know he didn't do it until, I know he did like the Legacy one, but which is pretty much just a mashup of different all the different Puppet Master movies put together and to one big story. It was not as good, but anyway, Puppet Master 3 is one of the best. So you might be wondering, why do you have 3 and then 10? And why don't you have the rest of them? I just haven't gotten the rest of them yet. But I got 10 because I've been wanting to have all of them and stuff like that. But I don't know why I went and got 10 instead of getting 4 and 5, or at least 4. 4 and 5 are two of my favorites, both directed by Jeff Burr. 4 is by far my favorite. 3 and 4 are like my favorite of the Puppet Master movies. Okay, so these go together. So Robot Jox. Ooh, actually shouldn't that have been, that should have been an Empire. Damn. Should have been an Empire. That was a mess up. That's going to probably be the only mess up, I believe. But yeah, this should have been in the Empire movies. It's got some pretty cool stuff in there. It's a Stuart Gordon film. It's got the two guys from Karate Kid 2, the sensei from it, the one that wants to fight Mr. Miyagi, and then the one that wants to fight Daniel are both in this movie. So it's kind of cool. But I should have put it in there. Robot Wars, which belongs in the Full Moon because Empire, I guess, had gone bankrupt by the time that they were gonna do this one, and so this is a sequel to Robot Jox. So, but it's pretty cool. And there's also Crash and Burn, which I'm waiting for Blu-ray. Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama. This is a great movie, and this has a really cool thing. It's like a 2-hour behind the scenes, also commentary track with the director David Dakota, the writer and Scream Queen Brink Stevens. I can't say his name to save my life, so forgive me, Sergey Hens. I don't even want to try to pronounce that name. It is really hard. If you can read it, there, it is really hard to say. Anyway. Then, these are my pride and joys, too. I actually really love these, and I want the fourth one as well as I want the spin-off Vampire Journals, but of course I'm talking about Subspecies. Subspecies 1 is remarkable because well, it's got Inger Scrim in it, which from Phantasm, he's awesome. It's also just a fun movie. I just enjoyed this movie. Now, do I love it as much as, or do I love these as much, which is Subspecies Bloodstones, Subspecies 2, and Bloodlust, Subspecies 3. These two are not as good as the first one, in my opinion, but they are good sequels, and to me, they're tied as, because they're like a volume 1 and 2 of each, because I think they were filmed back to back or back to back or so. I believe, because they star the same people. It looks the same. I think they were released like maybe a year apart from each other or something. So it's kind of like Full Moon did like the Lord of the Rings stuff before there was Lord of the Rings. We're gonna get to that in a bit because there was another couple movies that did that, but they're in my DVD sections. Tourist Trap, which okay, it's under Full Moon. It was probably filmed during their Empire years, so it should have been an Empire. I think I counted it as Full Moon because it says Full Moon on the back, you know? Robot Jox didn't, and that was Scream Factory put that out, not Full Moon. Full Moon did release this, so I don't know whether or not you want to call it. It says Charles Band Productions. Technically, I think it's an Empire film, so... But it's a wonderful movie, and David Schmoller, the director, is just wonderful. Does a great job. I'm going to count that as Empire. That really was an Empire film, I believe. And so was the first Trancers. The first Trancers, I believe, was an Empire film. The rest of them, I think, came after, like years after. But it was like one of the first movies with Helen Hunt in it, so that was pretty cool in the first Trancers. And I really, really, really enjoyed this. But, unlike Subspecies, I like Trancers 2 better than Trancers 1. I think that Trancers 2 is a lot of fun. Trancers 3, I don't know. That's very close. I think Trancers 3 is tied with Trancers 1. What I liked about Trancers 2 was, well, you also get Megan Ward, who I'm a huge fan of. We'll get to her in a little bit. You also get Helen Hunt still, and Tim Thomerson, of course, and you get Thelma Hopkins is in a bunch of, and the second one has Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton, Richard Lynch. I mean, honestly, that the second one was my favorite. I know a lot of people argue that the first one was better than the second or whatever. I just think it was more fun. You know, and coming from a place where I didn't watch these growing up, you know, so some people watched the first one first growing up, and then they waited and they got the second one, and so maybe they weren't as, you know, excited about it or something as much as the first one. But me, I watched them kind of all like back to back years later. So having seen the first one, then having seen the second one and the third and don't give me with the fourth and the fifth. Just ridiculous, the fourth and fifth ones. I like the first three the best. I haven't even seen the sixth one, which doesn't even star Tim Thomerson. I think he's in it for like a second or something, and then it's all about his daughter, who, you know, like, it's just, you know, it was just an excuse to make a cool chick movie. But I'm like, why don't you just make another movie just with the chick? Like, why do you have to capitalize on the Trancer's name and do all that? I don't know. Like, I'm very weird about that stuff. But yeah, the second one is my favorite. Then it goes the first. Oh, that's not even the same movie. All right, and then it goes the first, and then the third. So there you go. Well, next movie, And last one on the Blu-rays, Trophy Heads. It was fun. It's just Full Moon making fun of themselves and having fun with it. I believe it was used as like a web series thing that they did at first, which was like, what is it? Like they did episode 1 and episode 2 and episode, all the way up to episode 6, I believe. So each one was like 15 minutes long or something, and they made a whole movie out of this, and it was good. I liked it. I really like everybody involved. The main guy, Adam Noble Roberts. I have not seen him in anything since then, I don't think. But I would love to see like a remake of this, not remake, a sequel of this or something. I would love to see other. I think that's what their plan was at some point, was to do other Trophy Head movies and have the other Full Moon people. I know Robin Sidney and Jessica Morris are both in it, as well as Jacqueline Lovell and tons of other people. But it'd be cool to see like Megan Ward back and have her come back and have her, them try to get her head. Things like that. It would just be a fun like little thing. I don't know. We'll see if they ever do that. Like Trophy Heads 2. All right. So now on to the DVDs. I've had 4 movies here on 2 4-packs that are my Empire ones, and the rest are gonna be Full Moon. Empire has Arena and Eliminators on this sci-fi 4-pack. It's pretty cool. I know Eliminators is on Blu-ray, but Arena so far is not. So that would be pretty cool if they put that on Blu-ray. Then I've got the Dungeon Master and Cellar Dweller. Cellar Dweller I just saw for the first time, like I just saw Arena. I liked Arena a lot. I thought, I was very happy because what I was worried about was that Arena is like, the poster looks really cool, and a lot of times what you see in the poster is not what you see in the movie. Not in a Full Moon Empire type thing. What you see in the poster is literally what you're gonna get. So this guy right here, kind of disappointed because I don't believe that's the guy he fights at the end of the movie or whatever. That's a guy. I believe that's a guy he fights toward the beginning of the movie and stuff. But it's still pretty cool. And then Eliminators have not seen yet, so I want to check that out at some point. And Dungeon Master I want to check out, but Cellar Dweller I saw, and it's got Jeffrey Combs for like 5 minutes, and then like in the opening, and then it's really cool. I like it. It was a fun movie. I definitely want to get it on Blu-ray at some point. So that's definitely, most likely this year that will happen. All right, so Arcade. This is a classic. This is like my favorite of Full Moon movies. I have a friend of mine, Dustin Hubbard, who, I don't know if he turned me on to this exactly. I remember seeing this on VHS years ago because I'm a huge Peter Billingsley fan from Christmas Story. And then when I saw Megan Ward, I was like, oh, that's the chick from Encino Man. So I was like, that's pretty cool. And then there's like Seth Green in it. And it is just a really cool movie. If you have not seen Arcade, definitely buy it on Amazon. It is really cool. I would love to see a sequel of this movie. I have ideas of how it could be. So Full Moon, if you're watching, hey, and you want me to write something for a sequel, I have some ideas. Just let you know. All right, so we've got a 6-pack here on 1 DVD. Now, I've not really watched these on the DVD yet because I'm afraid to like see the quality of it. But I have Demonic Toys 1, 2, and Doll Man vs. Demonic Toys. And then there's Ginger Dead Man 1, 2, and 3 on this. So, I mean, on 1 disc though, the quality is going to be bad. They have problems with putting 2 movies on 1 disc. Imagine 5, like, oh, I'm just afraid it's going to eat my DVD player or something. I don't know. Once again, this is another movie that was I just got this recently, so it's still in the shrink wrap, but it's a really fun one. Is Depraved, aka Decadent Evil 2, which yeah, it's Decadent Evil 2 on their Depraved. I remember seeing this a while ago, and it was cool. It was cool. Like, I got this for free from fullmoondirect.com. Does a thing where if you buy a movie from their website, they send you a free movie of the month. I forgot what it is in March. I think it was something I already... it's like, I think it's like Sorority Slime Ball, or in the Slime Ball Bowl-around, which I have on Blu-ray, so I don't really need it on DVD. So I haven't done anything this month. Next month I'll check and see, and then I'll probably get something for like, $10 or something. And it's definitely, I love having these because I think they're really cool. All right, so Depraved, Decadent Evil 2, then Dream Maniac, which is part of Full Moon's Grindhouse collection. It's David Dakota's movie. I think he doesn't like it at all, and it's Empire, apparently, Empire Pictures. But Full Moon Grindhouse put it out, so I put it down in the Full Moon section. It's supposed to be kind of like Freddy Krueger kind of thing, like people kill you in your dreams and then you die kind of thing. I haven't seen it yet. It's on my, I'm gonna watch, if I ever get bored and need something to watch, that's what I'll watch kind of thing. And if I'm in the mood to watch it. Charles Band's Evil Bong. Evil Bong is a classic. So I'm going to talk about this and this. Okay, so I got this signed by Charles. If you can kind of see it. That's his signature, apparently. Can't really tell, but that is his signature because I remember him signing it. He was talking about this, and I was so excited to buy it. I have another signature from him as well. But yeah, Ginger Dead Man and Evil Bong. These are kind of the newer movies made like in these times, and Evil Bong's all the way up to 777, and this is, I guess the last one was Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong, and I know they're gonna do another Ginger Dead Man at some point, but they're doing Evil Bong 777, which comes out on April 20th, so look out for that. Alright. Dr. Moreau's House of Pain, which I put down under House of Pain, I guess. Should have been under Dr. Moreau's. So it should have been D, comes before those two, but whatever. House of Pain was pretty good. I liked it. There was some crazy characters, some good special effects. It was directed by Charles Band, so it's just cheesy and fun. It's just a Full Moon movie. Not much more to explain there. Okay, these two, and I just got the newest one, are Oblivion movies, and I absolutely love both of these. These are like one of those things where they shot them back to back as sequels, and they are, you can tell, they were shot back to back as sequels. They were really cool. I love Oblivion, number one, the best. Oblivion 2 was pretty cool too, because I really liked, what's the guy's name? I really liked Maxwell Caulfield, who, if you might remember him, he was in Empire Records, and he was the pop star that comes to to sign at the record store and everything. Rex Manning. So it was really neat seeing Rex Manning as just something else. So it's pretty cool. And I mean, this got a huge cast. Like, if you've never seen Oblivion, watch it. It's got like Andrew Divoff from The Wishmaster, Meg Foster, who's been tons of stuff, Isaac Hayes, who was Chef from South Park, Julie Newmar, who was Catwoman, George Takei, who was obviously Sulu from Star Trek, and Carl Strucken, who I always remember from the Addams Family movies as Lurch. So that was pretty cool. Okay, then there's this 3-pack, which has Prison of the Dead Hate the Living, and The Dead Want Women. So it's like a dead, 3-pack. I have not seen Prison of the Dead, I don't think. I've been kind of wanting to, because it's a David Dakota film that I haven't seen, but just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Then Charles Band directed The Dead Hate the or Dead Want Women, which I absolutely love. And who did Dave Parker did The Dead Hate the Living, which I've never even, like, I've heard of it, because obviously I've heard of it if I have it, but I don't know much about that one. So I've only watched, out of all three, I've only watched The Dead Want Women, which I like it because it has, like, Eric Roberts, and as I said, I love Jessica Morris, and Jean Louise O'Sullivan. Tons of great actors in this. Now that I think about it, I've also got a casino movie, Casino the Damned, or whatever, the Haunted Casino thing. I just forgot to bring that. So I also have that one as well. The Puppet Master series. All 9. It's kind of cool. They do the same thing that the other one does. Put 5 movies on one disc. Not 6 movies, but 5. That's still a lot. And then they put 4 on the other one. So it's got Puppet Master 1 through 9. Kind of cool. If you want 9 movies, this costs like $5 at like Kmart or probably wherever else. These things, Dollar General or something. Alright. I'm almost done, guys. Shrunken Heads, which I just recently watched, and then this was part of the, if you buy something, you get a DVD, and I was so excited for this because I actually really liked it. It was a lot of fun, so I don't mind having it at all. Stitches, I bought this from them because I was just super excited for it. I think once again it was also one of those things that came with it and everything or something. I don't know. Or no. I think it was the exact opposite. I think I got that Shrunken Heads when I got Stitches. That really sounded weird. I got Shrunken Heads when I got Stitches. Anyway, yeah. So Stitches was pretty good. I watched it on Full Moon Streaming and really enjoyed it. Or was it on Full Moon Streaming? I think I saw it from here, from this DVD. It's a really good movie. Check it out. It's probably one of the better movies. Neil Marshall Stevens, who I think he's Benjamin Carr as well. He wrote and directed this movie. Yep. Okay, he's also Benjamin. So he wrote and directed this film, and it like he hasn't really directed many other things. So it was kind of neat to see that he wrote and directed that movie. I really enjoyed it. I got this at a store the other day, and I remembered it's put out by Tempe, but I believe it was Full Moon. Could be wrong. Whoa, total running time is 162 minutes? Vengeance of the Dead. Weird. I did not know that, but oh well. I'll have to check it out at some point. Wait a minute. Chapters. Vengeance of the Dead. Chapter Shrek? Is Shrek a short film? Okay. I don't know if they're counting. It says 162 minutes. I don't know if they're counting all the shorts and stuff too, and the makings of or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, Vengeance of the Dead. I count it as Full Moon, but I don't think it's necessarily Full Moon now that I'm looking at it. It was put out by Tempe, so I might have been completely wrong about this. Oops. So okay, but this is sort of Full Moon Tempe together as well. If you look at the back cover, there's the Tempe logo right there, and there's the Full Moon right there. So, Witch House 3. Why don't I have Witch House 1 and 2? I thought they were okay, honestly. Witch House 1, was pretty neat, but I'm not one of those people that likes to watch a movie where the people are inside a house for the whole time. Now, I know that's what a lot of independent films do these days, because they don't really have the money to shoot like a lot of locations or whatever. But I'm not a fan of that, but I am a fan of this one because they do go out of town, and they go out of thing. They have it set at a beach house. The amazing cast, including Debbie Rochon, Tanya Dempsey, Tina Krause, Spring Stevens. I think it was written by Matthew Jason Walsh and Jared Bookwalter, directed by Jared Bookwalter. I mean, it's a great fun movie. Is it anything like Witch House 1 and 2? Not really. Witch House 1 and 2 is kind of like more similar to each other than Witch House 3. Like, I feel like they tried to do something different with it, and I enjoyed that more. So I really like Witch House 3 the best. I'll probably eventually get Witch House 1 and 2, but I want to get Witch House 3, especially because there's commentary track. There's like 3 commentary tracks and stuff. And if there's anything that I've learned from Tempe, I think I might have talked about this in the Tempe and Troma video I did. If there's anything that I really enjoy about Tempe is they love commentaries. They'll put commentaries. A lot of distribution companies these days don't let the filmmakers do commentary, or the filmmakers have no interest in doing commentary, and I think it's becoming kind of a lost art in a way, and it's kind of disappointing. People want to just put the movie out fast, so they don't want to take the time to put the right stuff into it. That's why when I watched The Disaster Artist on Blu-ray, and it had commentary and behind the scenes, and I had to watch all that stuff because I was so interested. But this has some great commentary. I already listened to the one with, I believe it was the one with JR and Debbie. But, there's one with Tanya Dempsey, Brink Stevens, and Paul Dorigo. Dorigo, I don't know how you say his name. There's a producer, Tammy Sutton, director of photography, Danny Draven, and crew member Spud Skiddudo. Commentary. So there's 3 awesome commentary tracks. Wish Tina Krause was on the commentary track because I really like her. And that was another reason I wanted that, was because she was in it, and I want to collect as many of Tina Krause's movies as I possibly can. So, all right, well, that's it, man. I mean, if you looked at all the stuff, I mean, all that, and then tons of different stuff. It's pretty good to have like a bunch of the full moon movies all in one kind of thing package. So, all right, well, thank you guys. I'm gonna do more of these things coming up in the next couple weeks. There might be one next Tuesday, but there might not be. I don't know. I haven't decided yet because I have to go back to our studio and pick up some more and drop these back off. So I'm gonna have to do that, not this Sunday, but hopefully the following Sunday, and then when we record our podcast. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Please like it, comment if you've seen any of these movies, if you love any of these, if you hate any of these movies. I mean, even if you hate them, please mention it. Like, which ones are not as good? Say, oh, I wasn't a fan of this one, or I wasn't a fan of that one. I'll tell you straight up. It was cool, but honestly, it wasn't my favorite. Tourist Trap. A lot of people love that movie. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. I mean, there was a lot more I'd put up there before I'd put Tourist Trap up there. But I love David Schmoller, who did like Puppet Master and tons of other movies. So it's really cool. So definitely just let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to Indie Film Cafe and everything like that. So thank you guys so much, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye.